Guys, welcome back. Episode 7. We are joined by CowBoyStew, who will be fighting Callum Vella on SCB 002. How's it going, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Thanks for having me.
And how are you doing in the Frost Zone?
I'm doing good, thanks. How are you doing, Mikey?
Yeah, I'm doing good, mate. So, CowBoyStew, where did the beef with Callum Vella begin?
Honestly, I've been a content creator for about 18 months, and
Okay.
I've done various boxing events to raise money for charity and stuff. And
Yeah.
it was I rarely used to use Twitter. I logged onto my Twitter very early in January and saw that someone that I'd been training with for a bit, Logan Hallam, had appeared on an
Okay.
SCB card,
Yeah.
and I looked and I was like, "This is something I can get involved in, maybe."
Yeah.
And then I looked, and without trying to sound like a dick, I I found this podgy-faced 22-year-old Harvey Price on tranquilizers looking person called Callum Vella, and I thought, yo, this looks like easy work.
Yeah.
What better way to get yourself in the door than to punch a West Ham fan?
Yeah, so you'd been training for a while before you actually started beefing with Callum Vella then.
Well, I haven't trained for about 8 or 9 months because I slipped a disc in my back.
Okay.
But I've trained for boxing for a number of years. I trained when I was very young, like 11 to 15.
Yeah.
Then I found I was quite good at football. So my dad said to me, you either box or you play football. You have
Yeah.
to take one
One
of
of
them
the
more
two.
serious. Yeah, because while you can stand there and you can go to club boxing matches or you can play Sunday league. But if you want to take one of them seriously, you have to push one of them and put the other one on the back burner. So
Yeah,
but I
definitely.
played football. So I still trained and still done stuff, but I wasn't allowed to do any shows for fear of getting injured and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I still trained and hit bags a bit, done a little bit of like sparring when I was younger and stuff, but then done football. But then at the age of 26, I was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So
Oh,
I was told your lung capacity, because they basically went in and done a biopsy on a
yeah.
tumor that was in my throat, and then they removed 30% of my left lung.
Oh my
So
Oh,
God.
wow.
because it was so big, it had sort of like damaged it. So it was
Yeah.
okay, but they said because of that, my cardio is going to be greatly reduced. So I was like, yo, I've been playing football. I haven't been offered a new contract where I'm playing.
Yeah.
Let's just stop there. And with a turn of events that happened over the next year and a half, like we had a quite traumatic thing happen in the family,
Oh,
and I decided like I'm not gonna do any sports, and I just went into started running pubs. So
yeah.
when I was running pubs, it's hard to do your normal everyday stuff because you're working 78 hours a week, and
Yeah.
I had not one, not two, but three pubs. So
Oh,
it
wow.
was it was it was a lot, and
Yeah.
two of them were pretty close. One of them was up where I live now,
Okay.
so it was hard to get around all three of them
Yeah.
and find spare time and have a wife and have a couple of dogs and have friends. And
Yeah. It's a
so I
lot to
stopped.
take in.
Yeah, so I stopped training then, and then I got back into boxing. Probably would have been 2016, 2017,
Okay.
when the first wave of white collar boxing and ultra white collar boxing came out, and there was no commitments needed to be done. You could just raise a bit of money for charity, sell a few tickets,
Yeah.
get some free training. And I thought, right, if I can get back into it, well, we'll see where it goes from there. And yeah, I got back into it. I had four fights, and my last fight it should have gone down as a no contest, but they don't do no contest in white collar fights
Yeah.
because I dislocated my elbow
Oh,
after.
Oh,
so,
wow.
so what
I
was
was I
like?
was in the corner, and when the ref said put your arms up, I couldn't lift my arms. So I was like that, so we stopped the fight
Oh,
because I
so
couldn't lift my.
technically you were winning, but then it was just
Well, it was only a minute in.
okay.
I'd hit him a few times. He'd hit me a few times.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's hard to judge a fight in the first minute, but I did take his headgear off with the left hook. So
Yeah, I heard that. That's great. It's 16-ounce
yeah,
gloves as well.
yeah, and it's not the first time that it's on video that I've done it as well.
Yeah, and I suppose if you're used to running pubs, obviously you've dealt with a lot of fights.
I'm used to like I'm not one of those people that's run bistro pubs or foodie pubs. I run men's pubs where you go, you get drunk, you do some shots, you act like a dickhead, and you wake up with a life and a regret in the morning.
Yeah,
you know. So this is like, there's so much about me that Callum is just overlooking, and I think it's going to be his massive downfall in the fight, because all he keeps saying is, I'm a fat, boring FIFA player. So I was like, yo, I'm a content creator. I play FIFA. I get paid I run my own gameplay business, and I'm a FIFA trader. So people pay me from around the world to log onto their accounts and buy and sell FIFA players to make coins.
Well, that's cool.
And Callum keeps like, because that is what I do. Yeah. Callum's like, oh, you're just a fat nonce who plays FIFA. You're a bad dad. You're this and you're that. And I was like, hold up. Let me just take your opinion. You go to work where you work in a kitchen with 3 Polish people who probably don't talk to you all day because you're a dickhead. And I said, I get out of bed. I said, I take my boy to school, and I go into the room next to my bedroom where I've got a 72-inch telly, 3 monitors. I can do what I want. I can chill. I can play FIFA while I'm in a nice, comfortable chair, just chilling.
Yeah.
And I get paid to do that. I was like, you can hate on me as much as you want. I don't give a shit about your opinion.
Yeah. Well, look at KSI. He played FIFA, and look what he's doing now.
Yeah. See, the difference, I think, in the whole of this was the reason why I started content creating was it was during lockdown. No work. Wasn't allowed to leave the house. Wasn't allowed to do anything. And it was just boredom. So I bought a PC, started streaming to Facebook, just to get used to it. And then I thought, right, when I started building a lot of followers, I thought to myself, why not help these people? So I suffered, because of what happened in 2013 with the traumatic event in my family. I suffer from complex PTSD.
Okay.
So I thought to myself, why not use this platform that we're building to help other people with mental health issues? And it's a big thing, not just in the FIFA community, in this, in that, in every part of the world at the moment with mental health in men. Men play FIFA. I thought, right, let's help people. So during my 18 months of streaming, I've picked up about 20,000 followers over various platforms.
Yeah.
I've got a mental health chat, a trading chat on Facebook that just helps people. Yeah. Just is general. You can go there and you can be yourself, because where some people are using this influencer boxing thing to make bare peas, as they say, and be rich, and I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna be big. Yeah. I don't give a shit. I've had money. I've spent more money in 10 days in Las Vegas than most people. Like, I can probably go as far as to say I spent more money in 4 days in Las Vegas than Callum Vella has earned in his whole adult life.
Wow.
Callum Vella, that's a roast.
I done, I think it was $160,000 in 4 days.
Wow.
Including going to, do you know the TV show Porn Stars?
Yeah.
With Chumley. I bought 4 Super Bowl rings, signed Paul Gascoigne shirt, and then up there, you can't really see it because it's behind. We're doing some moving around in here. There's Hulk Hogan signed wrestling boot from Wrestle 3.
Oh, wow.
And stuff. Nice. So we went and spent loads of money and stuff. But yeah. So for me, all this isn't about making money. It's about getting that positive message out there. And to be honest, getting to punch people and not going to prison for it. Brilliant.
Yeah. I respect that.
Yeah.
But the one thing I did want to go back on, so obviously you said your lung, you've got 30% less capacity in your lung now. So is that going to be a major factor in your game plan, or are you going to look to finish Callum early?
Oh yeah, I'm going to do that anyway. Like, I'm going to, like, I've already said to Rich and all the people who are at SCB, I was like, look, no disrespect to what you're doing here. I'm not going out to be friends or touch gloves or anything like that. So someone needs to tell the referee, don't ask to touch gloves. because I'm going out to cause as much physical pain and harm to this kid as I possibly can in the shortest amount of time. And I don't know if you've seen it. Do you see what Caleb Plant done?
No, I don't think
the digging a grave celebration.
Yeah.
On Andre Durrell. So basically, he knocked him out and then pretended to dig him a grave as he's laying on the floor like that.
I think I did see a clip. Yeah.
I've told Callum that once he's asleep on the floor, I'm going to laugh in his face, and then I'm going to walk over to his mum and dad and say the reason why this has happened to your kid is because you did a shit job bringing them up.
Yeah. Oh. The rematch will be coming.
It's as simple as that, because some of the stuff he's done online, it's ridiculous. Like his, shall we say, other half. I don't want to be straight up disrespectful.
Yeah. And
just call her out for the big whale that she is. You know, she's been posting pictures of like my 5-year-old child and my wife online and shit like that, and then trying to add my wife on Facebook so she can get more pictures of my child to put online.
Yeah, that's strange.
It's weird, noncy behaviour. It really is. Like, have you heard of Jeffrey Marsh?
Yeah, I seen the tweet you put yesterday.
Yeah. So I genuinely think that's Callum's new trainer. So because Jeffrey Marsh knows his way around a ring or two, and we know that Callum likes a ring or two, you know.
I seen as well. Callum hasn't started training yet, has he?
He keeps saying, "Oh, I've started training. I've been doing this. I've been doing that." Like even today, we've got the school strikes, so I've been in here playing FIFA, right, with an exercise bike while I'm sitting here playing FIFA for people, right, and then I'm doing sets out there while I'm being beaten up by a psychopathic 5-year-old that my son is, and while Callum's sitting at home like tugging himself off to the new Fortnite skin that he's bought.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
So with Callum, like I've said to him, I implore you, please train, please get as fit as you possibly can, please get in your peak physical condition. So when I do like permanently scar you for life, there's no excuses, and I can literally say, yo, I beat the best Callum Vella there was. I mean, he's still a fat sack of shit no matter how fit he gets, but I'll have at least beaten the best version of that sack of shit.
Do you think if you do win, do you think he will just come out with an excuse right off the bat?
He's gonna. He's that kid that you're friends with at school, that your mum and dad's arrange a play date, they come round to your house and you play FIFA and you're 3-0 up after 10 minutes and he gets up and turns the computer off. I don't want to do that. Let's go and play the rest of the instead. He's that kid. He is that kid. Like I've experienced a loss technically from my last fight, so I know what it does to you.
Yeah.
I don't think Callum's ready for it, and he keeps like he fought an office junior in his last fight, someone who's only trained for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Not serious about boxing. Probably only done it to get his girlfriend a bit wet from watching him in the ring and stuff. And then, like, even then, this kid who's only done 8 weeks of training was openly catching Callum and hitting him with pillow fists, and Callum's head's bobbling around like this.
Yeah.
So I can't get that over to Callum. Like, I've got very, very powerful hands, both hands. Right. I might not be able to throw 200-300 punches, but I can throw 20 or 30 around, and they're going to be full of power and precision, each of them. And Callum doesn't understand that. Callum doesn't understand that my third fight, I fought a guy who was 147 kilos, and the punches I was hitting him with were pushing him back across the ring. Not just hitting him and he's stumbling backwards.
Yeah,
pushing him as I'm hitting him, they're lifting him. So if I hit, like, Callum's trying to give it all the Steve Bunce hour chat. Oh, I need to have a round and absorb some punishment and see what he's gonna. If I catch him with 1 or 2 of these, it's over.
Yeah,
like he doesn't understand that. He's not a well-built guy. He's a chubby teenager.
Yeah,
that's all he is. And he doesn't realise that in boxing, there's levels to it. Like, I did another interview a few days ago, and it was with Callum.
Okay.
And Callum came out with something that I just, the guy who was interviewing me, I started laughing, and he was like, Callum, Stuart's laughing at you as you're saying this. Does that affect you? And he's like, not really. And then I said, Callum, what he came out with was, I'm going to start learning to switch my stance so I can jab with both hands. And I was like, okay. I was like, Callum, if you go to my first fight in UWCB, which is about 6 years ago,
Yeah.
you'll see when I knocked the guy's head off, I was standing southpaw. He was like, yeah. I was like, I'm orthodox. I've been doing this shit for 5 years.
Yeah.
So what you're learning now, and what you're going to be a complete novice at, I've been doing it for 5-6 years.
Yeah.
I said, so what you need to do is set yourself realistic goals. And I said to him, I said, like, what do you see yourself doing after this? And he's like, well, if I lose, I'm going to come back stronger. See, I don't see myself losing. So you can ask me that question as much as you want. I'm going to get the same answer. I'm not going to lose.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. If you did lose, what would you do?
I'm on the call, baby. I'll be out in a minute. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah, if you did lose, what would you do?
See, I literally can't see myself losing. But
yeah,
if I did lose, I'd shake his hand because, like I've said, the only way there's going to be any glove touch after this is if he lasts till the final bell. Be it go 4 rounds, 6 rounds, 3 rounds, no matter whatever.
Yeah.
If he lasts to that final bell, then I'll put my hand out. That's it. But I don't think you can see it happening because there's only two possible outcomes, right? He's going to get seriously hurt, or I'm going to gas and be like, "Fuck it, I'm done." that's just all that's going to happen.
Oh, I was gonna ask, would there be any respect shown after the fight?
Yeah. Just if he lasts to 4 rounds, or 6 rounds, whichever one it goes, then I'll put my hand out and touch. But if and when I do spark him out, I'm going to laugh in his face, and then I'm going to tell his mum and dad that they brought a dickhead up, and that's why he's in this position.
You have another question, Tom?
My intention is because of what he's done about sharing the stuff about my wife and kid online and stuff.
Yeah,
is I want to scar his face, genuinely. So when he looks in the mirror, when he gets up in the morning, he washes his face, and he sees a big scar, he'll go, yeah, I shouldn't have talked shit about that bloke's skin tomorrow. when he goes to an interview and they ask him about it, he's got to tell them, and he'll go, yo, I got into a bit of a beef online and had a boxing match and absolutely got my head kicked in.
Yeah.
With that. Like with Callum, he's a very immature young lad, and he doesn't realise that everything you do and say in life has a consequence or has a reaction.
Yeah.
So I think he's that person, like when he was due to fight Brandon Jones, who's now on both knees ready to gargle up his baby gravy because I've called Brandon a fat prick. So because of that, Brandon's now Team Vella.
Yeah.
So because of it all, Brandon's now like his biggest cheerleader. But when he was fighting Brandon, he was saying the same stuff.
Yeah.
Now, at least I try and be a little bit original with what I say. So if I was beefing someone else, I'd be saying something else.
Yeah.
Like, it's a bit, with Callum, it's a bit broken record, same shit, different day.
Yeah.
Like, what's his name? Vella's called out Callum, 45 kilos lighter.
Yeah.
He's called out JST, who has said he's going to be fighting at cruiserweight, so he's got to lose another 40 kilos to be down at cruiserweight.
Yeah.
Then he's like, oh yeah, who shall I fight after this? I'll fight this person. I was like, what you need to do is start looking for fellow fatties, because that's the only reason why I called you out, because you look like a fat shit that was easy work.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. I looked at his boxing match, and I was looking at it, and you know, like when you're trying to critique something.
Yeah.
I spent 10 minutes with a stitch because I was laughing that much. That's how shit it was. It was literally like cuddling, a bit of limbo dancing in between with Callum's head movement.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know, like, as you say, he's not started training yet, but I've also called him out on his persistent lying. Like, he keeps making up this stuff. Like, I'm going to a gym, right? I'm being trained by a coach who I attend boxing sessions with.
Yeah.
He's not a professional boxer. He's not this. He's not got a stable full of professional boxers. He's just got a load of boxers that he trains.
Yeah.
Callum's like, yo, I've got a professional boxer who's had 5 fights. He's undefeated in a ring. He's going to do this. I'm getting sparring partners from all across the South Coast. I was like, I'm going to my local gym, right? And if there's 6 people there, I'm sparring 5 of them.
Yeah, he did say he's having a full training camp.
Yeah, a full training camp where, like, the only thing that guy has ever done full in his life is a full English breakfast, mate. Straight up, like,
yeah.
I can't take someone serious like him when I said to him, what's your target weight loss for your whole camp? He said 2 kg in 10 weeks. I was like, you're 127 kilos, bro.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, but yours is only 19. Yeah, so I can get down to your weight.
Yeah.
I'm 140 kilos at the moment. So I said, if I get down to 120, I've lost 20 kilos. You've lost 2 kilos. I've already won because I'm already training at a higher weight. I'm already doing stuff like training my body to do it at a higher weight. So with the weight loss, if I just take it off nice, slow and steady, two kilos a week, it's nice and easy.
Yeah.
So you're setting yourself the lowest possible bar. Why not sit yourself thinking of getting yourself down to 100, 110, getting yourself like peak physical fitness?
Yeah.
But he's just too interested in playing Fortnite and Call of Duty. You know what I mean?
Do you have any more questions for Callum?
So I wanted to ask, so have you always hated Callum, or did it start off where you were just...
At the start, it was just about trying to get on a card. That's all it was about. Like, I think my original post for him was he posted his white collar boxing fight, and I was like, what do you fight at? What weight do you fight at? I think a West Ham versus Chelsea scrap could do numbers. That's all I put.
Yeah.
Arsenal
and then he started with a shit talking about, oh, you're 40 years old, bro. You're a FIFA player. You're a deadbeat dad. You're this and you're that. And I was like, what makes you think I'm a deadbeat dad? What, just because I play FIFA?
Yeah.
I was like, I live in a house with my kid. I'm married. Been married for 10 plus years. Live in a house. Got a lovely life. I've got a business. I've got all these things. Well, you're sitting there cooking with 3 Polacks that won't talk to you all day. It's seriously like, when I was on the interview with him the other day.
Yeah.
Literally, his backdrop was some yellow curtains and a bed full of piss stains. that was it. And I was like, I pulled him up on it, and he was like, my curtains were supposed to be yellow. Not when you bought them, they were white, man. I just like pointing it out to you. And with Callum, straight away, he sort of thought I was a troll on Twitter, because when I first started this, I think I had about 40 followers on Twitter.
Okay.
I think I'm on about 420 now.
Yeah.
Callum's on the same amount, apart from the fake accounts that he's added to follow himself.
He's believe that.
Yeah, he's made Castle Combat Promotions, which he signed to as the marquee signing. If you're signing Callum Vella as a marquee signing, you need to fucking aim higher. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying, I aim to be a professional footballer and then settling for playing at Notts County. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he's created, like, he's got about 4 Callum Vella accounts. Then he's got True Power Boxing and all stuff like that. These people that he's stringing along, that he's this big promoter. When he was in the Twitter space with SCB the other day, I was like, yo, promote the fight. He was like, I don't have to promote the fight. You're a fucking fight promoter. What the fuck are you on about, mate? If you're not going to promote your own fight, how are these people that are your signings going to be positive about you helping them with their careers if you're refusing to promote your own fight? I was like, he doesn't have any grasp of reality, I think. I think live leak videos and stuff like that have fried his brain.
I think it's more of a fantasy.
Yeah, he's definitely a fantasist. Like, when you talk to him, like we was in a fighters group chat,
and
he come out with I played football at national level.
Okay.
And I was like, that's England, you cock. You know what I mean? If you played football at national level, you'd be playing for England.
Yeah.
That's what national level is. When you play against other nations, it's international. So if you played at national level, and then he's talking about this and talking about that. Graham, I'll be in a minute. Nutty 5-year-old. Right. So I was like, I pulled him up on that. Then he's talking about his professional trainer and his professional sparring partners, and he's doing this and he's doing that professionally, and I'm sitting there and I'm going, how?
Yeah.
How are you, like, do you just walk into a ring and get this aura about yourself? Like this whole thing, like, do you shit out unicorn horns and stuff like that? Because it just doesn't make sense, the shit he comes out with. Like, I'm 100% a realist. Right?
Yeah.
If I see what content people are putting out online and it's something I can get on board with and be positive with, I'm like, yo, that's cool. If someone just comes in and just chat shit, like ridiculous amounts of shit from the start, I'm going to call them on it. Because the jobs that I've had in a pub, I've had to call people out before.
Yeah.
Right? Like we people like Callum, right? We say that they are the type of people that if you've got a black dog, Callum's black dog is blacker than your black dog, because he's always got to be better
One
than
up.
you. Yeah. Now with Callum, I think no matter what happens in this fight, he's gonna moan. So he's gonna moan about something. He's gonna, if I beat him, oh, Stu was too aggressive. Stu was too this. Stu was so disrespectful. Stu was this. This is why it went wrong. When in reality, it should be, shouldn't have spent so much time on Fortnite. You shouldn't have spent so much time on COD. You shouldn't have been having 15 takeaways a month. That's literally it. But with Callum, it's just, I don't know. He's got this thing that he's the Brighton's answer to Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Which he's not. He's more like Brighton's answer to Gary Glitter.
So
I love that.
So tell me this. So you beat on Small Crate Boxing 2, you beat Callum Vella. Who's next? Do you have anyone in mind to fight next?
Brandon. I'm gonna punch him so hard that he shits out fucking pork chops, mate. I swear to God. I'm gonna do that kid a favour by helping him lose weight by punching him so hard he gets whole undigested food falling out of his arsehole.
Where did the beef with Brandon start? Where did that come from?
Literally, he's just started bum licking Vella, and I pulled him up on it. I was like, "Yo, let's spar. Like, if you're this next big thing, he's never had a fight in his life, right?" I saw something yesterday on True Power where Brandon is another fantasist. He's like, "I've done a lot in my life. I've done MMA, I've done jiu-jitsu, I've done taekwondo, I've done this." He's never had a fucking fight unless he's fighting a 13-year-old, 30-kilo person down the local skate park. Like, he literally sent me a message saying, "Yo, there's some sparring footage. Have a look at it." And he's literally fighting what looks like a 13-year-old anorexic Syrian down his local skate park. And I'm sat there and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? What are some of these people on? Like, some of these people are just genuinely thinking, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna have a fight, and then that's it. Yeah. KSI and Mantaylor are gonna be at my door. They're gonna be standing there with buckets full of cash and contracts. It doesn't happen like that. Like, I'm doing this, right, because I want to share the message, and I just want to punch people. I'll get fun out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of these young lads, they genuinely think that, yo, that's it. I'm gonna win a fight, and that's it. I've made it. KSI is gonna be that thing on Twitter, isn't it? Callum Vella has signed a multi-fight deal.
Yeah. But talk me through quickly. So obviously, how do you expect that to come out fight night?
Fight night, he's gonna try being the main thing. and suss my style out.
Yeah.
But he's not going to have a chance to. I'm going to go across the ring fast. I'm going to throw a few jabs and a few feints and see what his head movement's like. And then from the first couple of, like, if I stand there and I throw just a quick feint and his head goes back, I'll time when he comes back so I can throw a feint and then throw a hook.
Yeah.
And just get into it straight away. Callum thinks it's going to be like, round 3, we can really get into toe-to-toe in the middle. Nah, fuck that. About 8 seconds in, I'm going to be punching you in the face and you're going to be hearing his mum cry in the crowd.
So your game plan is just to be as aggressive as possible, right from the start?
I'm a very, 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 very aggressive person. Anyway, like I'm the most chilled person. But when you start bringing people's wife and kids into it, you can genuinely see another side of someone come out. So
yeah.
I'm a very aggressive front foot boxer. I throw very, very hurtful and very accurate punches, and I throw them like in bulk. I don't just stand there and throw one hook, one straight. I will throw 8, 9 punches, back off, see what you're doing. If you're hurt, you're fucked because I'm going to go in again.
Yeah. Cal?
Heyo.
Do you have a question? I thought you were going.
No, I thought you were going. That's why I stopped.
Okay. So I'll go. So do you think working you, because if Callum Vella, let's just say for a moment, hypothetically, if can withstand your power, do you think in the later round you going for it might work against you?
I'll struggle in the later rounds if I can't hurt him.
Okay.
So if I can't hurt him, I will struggle in the later rounds, but it won't stop me from still doing the same.
Yeah.
Because my punches might carry a little less venom, and I might be moving a little slower.
Yeah.
But I think me at 50%, like me now, 20 kilo overweight, not trained in 7 months.
Yeah.
Apart from the last like 2-3 weeks, I reckon I'd be able to knock him out now when he's at peak physical fitness. So me, 20 kilos lighter, I've been training for 12, 13 weeks.
Okay.
Really got my technique down and stuff. He doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah, muscle memory obviously will play a big factor because you've done it for so long.
100%.
Do you think if you do win, do you think Callum Vella is going to want a rematch, or he's going to avoid you?
He can have it. Like I've said from the start, I'll do what SCB see fit.
Okay.
And if I beat Callum and Brandon doesn't want to fight or they can't find me an opponent, I'll punch Vella again. I don't mind. I'm equal opportunity. You know, it's not as if we're doing this for millions of pounds. It's not as if that what we're doing it for is life changing. It's going to do this. It's going to do that. It's just about doing what's needed to be done. And because of what Callum said and what Callum's done, what needs to be done is pretty extreme.
Yeah. Has it motivated you more to train hard since Callum Vella has mentioned your kid's wife?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. Like I would have today just been sitting around doing nothing, playing a bit of FIFA, watching maybe a film with my boy. But instead, I'm sat here and I've done a full workout and then I'm sparring again tonight. So I know if Callum beats me, it's because he's beat a good version of me.
Yeah.
So with Callum, I think the difference is if I beat Callum, as you said, there's going to be a lot of excuses.
Yeah.
Where if Callum beats me, I'll be like, yo, humble, well done. If you want to go again, we'll go again. But I can't see it happening. Like there's as I say, Callum's cheerleaders are basically everyone that I've called out online.
Yeah.
So you got Brandon, you got Pat Typlosion, what's his name? Something AWM Gotti, whatever it is.
I'm not sure.
They're all people from Get Back, Inbred Backyard, Redneck Boxing.
Yeah.
You know, and it's ever since I went into a Twitter space and I said, look, no one from the UK scene is going to travel over to America and fight in Cletus's back garden. No one's going to. Right? If they want to fight, they have to come over here and Rich will put on a decent show. But no one's going to go over there to fight. Like, if you look at their matches, there's a few of them over there that are fighting with like milk crates as corners, and they're fighting in baseball Ds or diamonds, whatever they're called. I think to myself, what the fuck? This isn't a boxing thing. This is like bum fights, but they've got gloves on.
Yeah, not proper boxing.
So that's how Callum's picked up a few more followers by me slating the US inbred boxing scene. And that's literally it. Like, ever since I posted the promo picture from last night on my Facebook page, and I've already sold like 26 tickets.
Okay. So have a for you.
Yeah, from all over the country. So I've already sold 26 tickets. I genuinely don't believe that Callum's going to bring more than 2 friends, his mum, dad, and his bird. Because I just genuinely don't think he's got friends, and that's why he's just bad in social situations. Yeah,
not used to social contact.
He's just it's just Callum. I think with what happens here and the damage he takes in the ring, I think it's going to change him. Whether it changes him for the better or for the worse, it's not my problem after I punched him 100 times. You know what I
mean? That's true. That's true. Do you have any more questions?
So I wanted to know. So what do you think about the scene in general, like the small crate scene in general, like small crate boxing? How do you think those are run?
It's good. It's good. Like as I say, I didn't know about it before. I think it was like halfway through January.
Yeah.
So I didn't know about it. I didn't know there was a small scene. Obviously, it'd have been nice to get on a Misfits card and stuff like that. But this gives you that platform to step up and sort of, if I go out and train and have white collar fights and unlicensed fights and stuff like that, the chances of me being spotted are very low.
Yeah.
With this scene, going out, getting to fight Callum and be on a good card that's been put together by Rich and SCB, and all of the people associated with it. Then if I go out and I do a marquee knockout to Callum and it's something that goes viral, there's a massive chance I could get on a card and fight someone. Now, I've always said from day one, if I do get on a Misfits card, take away my training costs and all stuff like that, and then whoever's in charge can make my check payable to Mind Mental Health.
Yeah.
And just because I'm not about making millions, you know what I mean? I'm a humble guy. I'm happy to sit at home. I mean, I live the dream every day. I get to sit in my office watching Sky Sports and playing FIFA. You know, there's not much that I could wish for. But so if I did make it.
So Callum, you had a few more questions for CowBoyStew, so.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask, like, what is your final prediction for the fight? Do you think it's going to be early, late? What happens?
It depends how early I can hurt him. So I know I'm going to land shots, and I know I've got a lot of power in my shots, and I know I can be precise with it. But it just depends how long he lasts. To be fair, if I go in and catch him with, say, a good right hook, and it rocks him, where he was in these fights before, they might have backed off a bit and standing 8 counts, right? The ref's going to have to fight me to get me closer to him and then to give him standing 8 count. I'm telling you, it's going to be like, I don't know if you've seen when Tyson fought Lou Savarese.
Yeah.
He was literally punching over the ref's shoulder and shit like that. It's gonna be that type of thing.
Yeah.
I'm going straight in there, red rag to a ball. You're a knob. You're getting hurt. That's
it. Would you be surprised if you did hurt him and he got up?
Not really. I hope he does, because it means I get punched more. Like, if he stays down, I'm gonna get in his face while he's on the floor, and I'm gonna laugh at him for the shit he's talking. Right, and then I'm literally I'm gonna be like, when I go in, I'm gonna be like, where's his parents? Where's his missus?
Yeah.
She ain't hard to miss, by the way. So I'm gonna be looking around and I'm gonna be like, yo, there they are. Right.
Yeah.
And as soon as I do something to him, I'm gonna be over to him and be like, you did a bad job bringing your kid up, man. This is the reason why he's in this situation. He's hurt now on the floor with blood pouring from all of his orifices because you're bad parents.
Yeah, I imagine it being like Khabib and Conor McGregor, how Khabib after the fight jump into the crowd.
Mate, if I could jump on that top rope and do an Eddie Guerrero off the top rope, frog splash into his family, I would. But I'm not kind of athletic, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I say my fight prediction. I'll be surprised if he can handle that. He keeps even when. Like, I don't know if you get the vibe from me, but when I talk, I'm confident, I'm clear and precise. When Callum talks, he's like a bumbling 5-year-old.
Yeah, or
he really is. He mumbles and stumbles, and every third word is fuck shit.
Yeah, and stuff. I was going to say, I'm not trying to be unbiased, but you're more relaxed and you can come up with many things on the spot. But it seems with Callum, he either just doesn't speak or then he repeats.
He keeps saying the same thing, right? I said that when I was playing football, I played for AFC Wimbledon the first few years that they were about. Yeah. So, and he keeps going, "You were a professional footballer?" No, mate. I played in the Southern Area Counties Division 2 and Division 1, and then the combined counties. I was far from a professional, mate. I was getting paid £17 a week, and he keeps talking about. You're this, you're that. I look on AFC Wimbledon's website and you're not one of their listed as professional players because I wasn't professional. I know you're fat, but it doesn't mean your ears don't work.
Yeah.
And he keeps going about it. So I've actually got into contact with one of the old forum writers from AFC Wimbledon. Yeah. And I've got him to get all the old programs and stuff. And I'm going to just, here you go. It's me scoring from the halfway line against Millwall's reserves. Yeah, sweet. Here you go. Yeah, nice one, mate. And then, like, I've got so much planned for him. Like, he doesn't understand, like, the banter that I give across, I've got all that for the press conference, all that for the weigh-in, all that for the fight, for every single bit. Like, as I say, my goal for all this is to have fun and do what I want to do and punch people.
Yeah.
But I'm also going to have so much fun with it. Like, I don't know if you saw a teaser of what I'm going to do at the press conference. Did you see the TikTok that one of my followers sent me that I posted of Callum and his girlfriend?
Was that the one of her standing up dancing or?
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
And then Callum filling the bra better than she did. Yeah. There's a little hint of something that's going to happen at the press conference. And I'm no way paying his missus to get up and strip before anyone says that.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. The press conference, it's going to be fun. Are you going to run out like Tyson Fury when he dressed like Batman?
Oh no! But I've got plans to do things for like the weigh-in and stuff. Because I don't know if you've seen, I call him like my nickname for him is Callum Floppy Tits Vella. all of his photos, he's literally got a set of A cups that you can hold a pencil under.
Some bad boys.
Yeah, proper. Like I've said, my intentions after this fight, he'll be turning tricks on Brighton Pier.
Yeah, like if you win, honestly, Callum, I don't imagine him going on Twitter again.
Well, that can like I said this to him, right, because he's called me out as this fat, overweight, deadbeat dad, FIFA player, boring content creator. He keeps shitting on content creators in small content creator boxing, by the way.
Yeah.
What sense does that make? What sense does that make? Like, you know what I mean? It's like going to a foreign country and then going, well, this country's shit, isn't it? You know what I mean? He doesn't, his whole demeanor and act that he has, it just doesn't add up to being successful at anything. Like, one of the funniest things I've heard Callum come out with, right? And he got ridiculed by, I think there was 9 people in this chat other than me.
Okay.
It was SCB boxing or fighters chat,
Yeah.
And it was just, yo, get to know each other, get a bit of a relationship going. How we doing, guys? And one of them turned around and said, so what's your background in shows?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, yeah, I've done multiple shows. And the guy was like, you've had one fight? He was like, yeah, I've done 50 performing arts shows. This is going to prepare me for boxing. I was like, these must be some ultra-violent, like, performing arts shows. Like, it must be, like, directed by, like, extreme feminist people. For you to be stepping up and saying that a performing arts show is going to prepare you for being punched by a 20-stone man multiple times on the nose.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't add up.
No, he's just I think he's going to have a very rude awakening. Like I'm one of those people. I'm a realist, so I know I'm going into the ring. There's a big chance that Callum's going to punch me, and there's a even bigger chance that I'm going to punch him.
Yeah.
And what happens. If he trains harder and he beats me, all power to him. I can't see it happening. Literally can't.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do as much damage to this kid as I physically can, as quickly as I can, and then enjoy the rest of the night with the SCB lads and my fans that are coming to watch. My wife and my boy's going to be there. Yeah. It's just going to be happiness for me, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas Callum, I think it's going to be like, if you could have a soundtrack to the fight for Callum, it'd be that, oh no, oh no, oh no. And it'd just be like that. Because then the second he gets that first either straight right, overhand right, jab, he's going to think, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm fucked here.
Yeah.
And then if he wakes up afterwards, then he'll realise, won't he?
That's true. You keep it.
I'm still working, Baba. 2 seconds.
Oh, sorry, Baba. You keep it way more real in the sense of you can admit you could potentially lose, although you don't think you could. Also,
Graham, go to your room. I'll be in 2 minutes, mate. Finish your movie, please.
No, it's okay.
Don't through the door.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, so with you seem to understand the fact there is a possibility it's boxing you could lose, but with Callum Vella, it seems like he is in the belief that there's no way you could possibly beat him.
He's the best boxer in the world, isn't he? I mean, if you look at him, he oozes machismo. He's such an alpha male of the human race. He's strong, powerful, fast. He could beat Tyson Fury with both hands tied behind his back and one leg. You know, he's one of these people, isn't he? He's just untouchable, Callum, in his eyes. But in reality, he's a fat, podgy 22-year-old who cooks microwave meals for Mitchell and Butlers. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, so you think his delusion will be a big factor in him, obviously, losing as well.
Yeah, it's going to lead him to a full sense of security and give him these thoughts of, if Stuart hits me, he's not going to hurt me.
Yeah.
If I get caught, I'm not going to get hurt and I can just carry on forward. Where in reality, it's not like that. I mean, Callum, I could go out there and do all this shit talking, do everything and throw my first punch, and Callum hits me with a perfect shot and knocks me out.
Yeah.
And knocks me out. Oh, 16 ounce gloves, yeah.
Yeah. So it's just going to be the same. So the damage you inflicted knocking off the head guard is going to be, hopefully in your eyes, Callum Vella's head.
It's the same. Like, I was on a call with Callum.
Yeah.
One of the people from SCB. And he was like, oh, you're actually in the gym? I was like, yeah, I'm waiting for the guy to come down and put the heavy bag back up because I literally broken the bracket on the heavy bag by punching it that morning.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, why there is a chance he could have a puncher's chance of catching me. That happens all the time. I've seen one of my good friends, who's an amazing boxer, on an event fight a complete rookie. He landed like 60 punches. The guy landed 2 and he got knocked out.
Yeah.
It was just that. It wasn't even a hard punch. It doesn't even take like a mad amount of pressure to
just the right place.
It's just the right amount of pressure in the right place and you're done.
Yeah.
So with with Callum, he's been totally unrealistic about the outcome of the fight, the chances he has in the fight.
Yeah.
He's totally trying to write me off. And I think, and this is, say, without trying to be as derogatory as possible, his girlfriend being in his ear constantly and trying to do stuff in the background, I think it'll be detrimental to his training as well. Like, for me, I'm the luckiest man in the world. My wife is the most encouraging person.
Yeah.
If I want to do something and she believes it's possible, she'll encourage me the whole way. But if I was calling out Mike Tyson and going, yo, I'm going to do this to you, you list me, little bitch, you know what I mean? She'd go, stop, wind it back a bit. He's a bit dangerous, this kid.
Yeah.
Whereas my wife sort of, like, she saw the stuff that was put about my kid online, and she saw the stuff that was put about her online, and she just goes, just please hurt him.
Yeah.
And that's what it says. Like, she isn't getting involved in my training camp. She isn't creating a Twitter to get involved with it as well. She's not getting involved in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
She's just being super encouraging to me and helpful in any way to me. And it's much more than what I could ever wish or ask for.
Yeah. It's always good to have a supportive wife.
Yeah.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Whereas, I don't want to say too much about Callum's relationship status, because I think by the looks of it, he's got it hard enough already.
Yeah. Callum, do you have any questions before we wrap up?
One final question for me is, do you think Callum Vella is underestimating you at all?
100%. He's labelled me online as this fat, old, bad dad FIFA player.
Yeah.
He's not taking into account how long I've trained for, where I've trained for, the levels of sport that I've played and stuff like this, that just gives you that bit of experience in just moving, because not everything that I use in the ring is accredited to boxing. Obviously there's football and stuff like that where you've played different types of football, so that helps with your movement around the ring and avoiding people, because when you're playing at a higher level of football, it's very, very aggressive, and people don't realise how aggressive it is. Like when you go to the Premier League, it's not, because you can't get away with it. But when you play lower league, like 8th or 9th tier, you're getting elbows here and there, pinched, punched, stamped on and stuff. So you've got to, while you're in the box for corners and stuff, you've got to be a bit elusive. So I use that in the ring. Yeah.
I mean, you got to use what you've got.
Yeah, I have to be as economical as possible, because at the end of the day, I am still a fat old man. I genuinely am. So I will lose as much weight as I can. I will get as fit as I possibly can, but I've got to be economical, and I can't go out and throw, as I say, 100 punches the first round, 100 punches the second round, and expect to still do it in the third and fourth, fifth and sixth.
Yeah.
So I still have to. If I go in and I'm hurting him, I can back off a bit, take a deep breath, and go in, and rather than just,
just go guns blazing.
Rather than do that, I can literally stand there and actually pick some punches and put some venom into them.
Yeah.
Whereas Callum's a cuddler. He goes in and he throws a punch, and his hands are down there. He's like this.
Well, my last question as well, I was going to ask, what would you say is Callum Vella's best attribute? Like, what would you say he does best?
Cook. Yeah, he's a chef. So his like, I can't say that he's got anything positive in the ring, because I watched his boxing match, and there is, say if I was fighting you, and you had a few videos online, I'd look and I'd be like, oh, he's got a good hook. He's got great footwork. He can do this well. When I look at Callum, I was like, wow, you're bad. Yeah. You're really bad. Like he's like a Joey baby kangaroo that he moves across the ring. There's no purposeful movements. There's no, like when you jab, you're supposed to step into the jab. He doesn't do that. Yeah. When you throw a cross, you're supposed to pivot your back foot so you can swivel your hips and get your weight into it. When he throws a hook, he doesn't move his hips or tilt his shoulders down to get the best angle.
Yeah.
He literally just, everything's thrown from the hip. Everything's like this.
Square.
Everything's like that. There's no snap to his punches. There's no, like, if you hit someone and they don't feel it, you can't get confidence from that. Like, when I hit someone, they know they've been hit. When I hit someone, they get like just a small bit of their stamina goes.
Yeah.
No matter where you hit them. With Callum, what I could see in the first fight, the only reason his opponent got a standing 8 count was because Callum punched him in the dick. And that was literally it. The guy got punched in the dick and he got a standing 8 count. So yeah, Callum's strongest boxing attribute is his ability to cook.
Before we wrap up, is there anything you would like to say to the viewers, or do you have one final message for Callum Vella?
To the viewers, to you and the viewers, thank you for having me.
Yeah,
it's been a pleasure working with you. For Callum, train. Work as hard as you physically can to get yourself in the best peak physical condition that you can get yourself into.
Yeah. Because
when I beat you and I leave you in a pool of your own blood in front of your family and your 2 friends, I can say I beat the best Callum Vella. I don't want any excuses. I don't want you saying, oh, I was sick a week before. I don't want you saying, oh, I didn't take you seriously. If you do take me seriously or you don't take me seriously, you're going to get hurt either way. That's the be-all, end-all. Train, be as good as you can be, and then afterwards you can make your payment to Mind for the bet we've had, and then I never, ever want to speak to or see you again unless we have a rematch, and then I'll punch you even more. Brilliant.
So guys, that's it. That's been episode 7. Callum, nothing else to say?
Man, I just want to thank Stu for coming on.
Cheers, man. Thank you for coming on, CowBoyStew. We appreciate it.
No, it's been a pleasure, guys. Thank you.